since I've been on boats now almost 4 years. I have enough sea time being on the boat, working on the boat, that I can take my captain's course and become a certified licensed captain. So that's been really
Captain,
cool.
Captain Alexis Graham. I like the sound of that.
Yeah,
All
it's been
right.
really.
And I assume in yachting, these are like private charters.
So the boat that I'm on, it's private and charter. So my boss will fly down for a trip, and then when he's done, he'll fly home. And then sometimes we'll have like a break in between trips. In Alaska, we were kind of doing back to back charters. So we would have a group of people, we can take up to 12. We'd have 12 people on board for about a week. We do mainly week-long charters. We'll take them around different anchorages, different spots, take them on excursions. We have a tender that we'll take out, two jet skis, anything that they kind of want to do in the area. We kind of take them, let them explore, and then after that week charter is over, we drop them off, say our goodbyes, and then get the boat kind of reset.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So, what have you learned about yourself on the water?
On the water, the ocean is very scary. I mean, I already thought that getting into it, but being on the west coast is so much different from the east coast in terms of weather on the water. um I didn't realize you could be it makes you feel really small. We were just doing sorry about that. We were doing a delivery from Cabo St. Lucas up to San Diego recently. And when you're just like out like 20, 30 miles out at sea, you can't really see any land, and you're just kind of hoping that you have nice weather, and we weren't having nice weather. And you're just kind of getting beat out there. And yeah, I didn't realize how scared I I would be sometimes.
But hey, how'd you manage that fear?
You could just work through it. Like I said, it's better to do something scared than not do it at all. And I would rather be here doing it scared than back home. Not to say I don't love Aner, but I am really glad that I am where I am right now.
Well, it sounds like what you're doing is really cool. Also good for the adventure piece. Enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy it while you're young and yeah, enjoy
Yeah,
it.
it's been really, really cool.
That's awesome. Uh, what's the craziest thing you've seen happen while you're out?
Um, Let me think. Well, I wouldn't say the craziest thing. Like, I'd say the craziest things that's happened. One of the craziest things that's happened to me. We have a lot of problems sometimes with all of our equipment. I think of it like anything. Like when you're working, things break. And we were out at an island doing a dive trip, and our tender, like my engineer was driving and my captain was on board as well, and it was loaded down with 8 divers and all their gear. And my engineer was bringing in the boat, and I had my owner's son right next to me. He's an older gentleman, but like he was like next to me getting ready to catch lines with me. And my engineer starts to like come in to dock the boat, and he just does like a full circle around, like he didn't mean, like he was like, oh, like I'll just go around. And then he did that 3 more times, and I was kind of like, hey dude, do you need some help? Like it's kind of embarrassing, all of us are like, what's going on? Just turns out our shaft that turns the wheel on the motor broke, and so him and my captain had to basically manually turn the boat with the motor to get everyone in, and it was a little bit of a mission. I've never seen it happen before, and I thought it was insane that it decided to happen with everybody on the boat.
It's a lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot of people, a lot of weight,
Yes.
scary stuff. All right, what about animals? Any
Oh my
sharks?
gosh. The whales over here are
Whales?
amazing. Because we do the Alaska season during the summer, all the whales are up there, and then when we come down to do Cabo for the winter, all the we basically do the whale migration with them.
That's
So being on the water and getting to see the whales all the time next to us is beautiful. The dolphins over here are much bigger. And there's spinner dolphins down in Costa Rica. So seeing that was also very interesting. I had no clue what spinner dolphins were. But basically they're smaller dolphins, but when they jump out of the water, they spin. They give us a really good show.
Always good.
Yeah.
Be,
Sharks are
be,
pretty big here.
yeah. West Coast is very different than East Coast for sure. What about when you're docked there in San Diego? How's life different in San Diego, beautiful San Diego, uh, compared to Myrtle Beach?
Definitely big city. It's been really fun being here. This is kind of our home base, and so I've gotten used to being here, but it's a lot different. I didn't realize how, I guess, sheltered I was in such a small town in Myrtle Beach from when I moved and then getting to experience so much. But San Diego is not the biggest city I've ever been to, but it is very large, and constantly having people around you is very fun and different. Um, it's a fun environment. I would say for me, because I'm younger, the city itself is a lot more fun for me to explore and do things. My Stu, who works on board with me, is from San Diego, so she's able to kind of like show us around the different spots, Mission Bay, Pacific Beach, all the surfing. It's very beautiful and really, really fun to explore here.
Yeah, I love San Diego. Definitely a popular place for young professionals. Weather's always great,
It's kind of gloomy today.
except in June too.
Yeah,
June gloom. Uh, but cool. That's really
yeah,
exciting. You look happy too. That's good.
yeah. Well, I am very happy. It's been a grind, but it's good.
That's good. All right, so we'll close out on this question, then I want you to hang out on the line so we can talk a little bit more. Uh, all right, so what advice do you give that senior? They think they know what they want to do because they graduate in 10 days, Alexis.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're already finished with finals. Their class of 2025 is wrapping it up.
Jeez.
What advice do you give them in terms of seeking opportunities and taking them?
Don't put yourself into a position that you can't get yourself out of. And when I say that, I'm thinking if you do not know what you want to do, really research. Think about the things that you're interested. If you're interested in traveling, if you're interested in business, what are some things that you're passionate about? Because these passions are going to be what you strive to do and move forward with. This is what you're going to want to do in your off time. I thought that I wanted to do business even though I really wanted to travel and I thought I couldn't do both. But you yourself, you can make it happen. Um, so that's what I'm gonna say. Like, if you really want to make it happen, you can make it happen. And staying focused on moving forward and setting yourself up for success is so important.
Good advice. Alexis Graham, class of 2018. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.